Hi, I'm Jason Harrelson, and today I'm going to be discussing my acclimation exercises and my embouchure exercises. The acclimation exercises can work on any horn, and they are designed to really help you acclimate to a new horn or a new room even. The embouchure exercises are designed to strengthen your embouchure and make sure it's working properly, and these are something you can do on your regular playing every day so that you can check yourself and make sure everything is working properly and improve your embouchure, your range, endurance, and of course your tone. Alright, so today we'll be doing that on the Gravity Trumpet. And this model I have designed to be very efficient and of course this trumpet sounds just really like a regular trumpet. This specific one was designed with a bigger bell, so it's much more broad than, say, a standard box strap. It's about 7 pounds, and this one is in 24 karat brushed gold. Has oversized finger buttons, oversized bracing, of course an oversized mouthpiece. I believe this is around a B11, B12, something like that. Oversized bottom caps, solder water keys. The new SWE tuning slide. This tuning slide is 4 times thicker than you can bend a normal tube in traditional trumpet building. Alright, so first I'll play a few simple musical examples on the Gravity so you get a feel for this horn, and then we'll discuss some of the exercises. So that's the Gravity Trumpet, and now we will discuss acclimation exercises. The acclimation exercises are something that I include as a short little piece of paper with every trumpet, and they're designed to help you get used to a new trumpet, or you can use these to test trumpets, as well as get used to a new space, whether you're for the first time going into a recording studio and you're adjusting to maybe using headphones, not hearing yourself, or a really dead space like, say, a living room that's carpeted, or the opposite, could be a hall, something like that. You want to do some little check and balance type things to make sure that you're not overblowing, and of course you're getting a good tone, and using your embouchure correctly. So this really goes right along with my embouchure exercises. For acclimation exercises, what I recommend doing is playing as soft as possible. Do some lip slurs, some scale work, but mostly try to do mid to wide interval slurs so that you can really hear yourself and do this softly. Especially in the upper register, play soft. To acclimate to a new trumpet, you want to try a few different things. So you want to do some mid to wide intervals. You could do just C to G. And then you want to expand some lip slur arpeggios so you feel how well you lock into each note. So you can do these to feel where the horn is locking in and to get a feel for the room. Now really, the acclimation pertains more to trying a new trumpet. The easiest way to acclimate to a new trumpet is to know exactly what kind of tendencies it's going to have and discover some of your own tendencies so that you see that those either sync or they don't sync with the new horn. Now, a note on that, I believe that anyone could get used to almost any trumpet so long as it's a good playing trumpet, you know, of high quality and doesn't have air leaks or major problems. For example, there are some famous players who have played on the same Bach trumpet for many years, sometimes 30, 40, 50 years, and sound great over time. And other players who play on completely different equipment, say like a Martin Committee, that has known serious intonation issues, and people get acclimated to that, and they play in tune, fast runs, everything else. I play some arpeggios and some lip slurs just to feel what kind of slotting is on the horn and how it locks in. We don't know the mouthpiece gap always, so this could be very different from what you're used to. I usually play some arpeggios, and I also play some wide interval leads. I also play softer than normal. So you want to play everything that you're doing when you're getting used to a new horn softer than normal, so you can really hear what's going on. You don't need to cut loose on a new horn, because basically anyone can cut loose and play loud and high, probably on just about any trumpet. So I'm feeling how the horn is going to lock in on each note, and of course where all the intervals are. Now, to know the intonation of the horn, you really want to play some scales that are very even. So I recommend, of course, a chromatic scale, but especially a whole tone scale. If you play a whole tone scale, you'll discover the tendencies either of the horn or of yourself. For instance, if we're used to playing a D below the staff with our slide out, or lipping it down, we may have a tendency to over-exaggerate that. So on a new horn, you want to listen and see if you're having problems there, because it could be you as the player over-exaggerating a horn that doesn't need as much adjustment. So now I'll talk a little bit about my embouchure exercises, and these are designed to increase the strength of your embouchure. Really, it's about control and understanding how your embouchure works and learning to use your embouchure properly. Of course, there are lots of different types of embouchures out there. I'm really generalizing a lot in this short video, but this will have some positive effect, I believe, on most players. If this is far out from everything you're doing, it might not work for you. Okay, so embouchure exercises were devised, I developed these really from studying with a lot of really great teachers and great players. So I can't take credit for any of this. It's just a compilation of a lot of things I've learned from a lot of great teachers. But basically what I've learned is that the airspeed is the most important part of controlling which note we hit. And I think I just discussed this on my blog a few days ago, but there are many factors involved in producing the correct airspeed in your embouchure. Without getting into all the mechanics, because it would take me a long time and I would need a whiteboard, I'm just going to give you an exercise that improves your accuracy in finding the right airspeed. And that's really dependent on you using your ear. So we always want to be listening, and this little exercise gives you a chance to determine whether or not you can hit the right note. Excuse me. So, what I'm going to do is play a few notes. They're going to be a few intervals, C to G to C, and then I'm going to tilt my bell up just a little bit and create a space between the bottom of my mouthpiece and my lip, my bottom lip only. And this allows all the pressure that the mouthpiece has placed on your lip to be removed, and for you to form that pressure yourself with your lips. And to make a very complicated process seem simple, your bottom lip controls the length of your upper lip. And that is why it's so important for your bottom lip to be strong enough and coordinated enough to do this. So here we go. So what I've done is just tip the bell up and the mouthpiece down just a little bit, like there's a pivot point right here. And with that, I've created space so that the air leaks between this bottom lip and the bottom of the mouthpiece. I do this on gigs. I do this every day I play. Whenever I have a problem where I miss an interval, or I feel like maybe there's too much pressure or something's not working right in my embouchure, I just go straight to this immediately. I don't wait. I don't pull out a book and say, oh, well, I need to do some long tone exercises or anything like that. I don't do that. What I recommend, play the trumpet as much as you enjoy playing it, but do these exercises in between every little space where you feel like something isn't working. So I'll do it again, and now I'll do it on a little bit of maybe a melody. Incorporated it into my practice. If at some point you feel like things aren't working, just go directly to this. And when you come back, you'll find you have a fuller, richer tone, and you've really fixed the mechanics of your playing. Without even understanding how or why it works, it does work. And this has worked for hundreds of students over the years, and many of them very good players that you would know. So, I recommend doing this. Simple embouchure exercise. And if I could give credit to anyone for everything I've learned about airspeed and the embouchure and the way it works, it would be a combination of a couple dozen of probably the most famous people you've heard, teachers, and a few you haven't. But basically, it's very simple. Play the trumpet with a proper embouchure. All you need to do is control the airspeed properly and let your lips vibrate.